All right. We are getting ready to roll here. Let's see here. I am still trying to figure out how to get that darn logo out from the bottom corner here. Settings. I want to get... I have two little logos. One of them blocks the freaking... Because one of them is blocking the scoreboard. Do not understand. Customization, maybe? Is it in there? There we go. All right. I cannot figure out how to get that darn little logo out of the bottom corner. Anthony Mackie there. Looks like he'll be giving the command. I am going to have to figure out how to get that gosh darn logo out of the bottom corner. I've done it before, but I don't know where. Expand the menu. Channel level settings, maybe? I'll have to figure it out, but I don't know how to... I wish I could hide it, because that would make things really easy. But other than that, we are all ready to roll here, so we're at least getting going that way. The command has been... Commanded, I guess. And we are getting ready to roll, so it is almost time for the Daytona 500. Oops, that's not what I wanted to hit. I'm going to go into here, here. How far back do I go? Okay. Then you go back here. $200 laps, 500 miles, as they're going through the details here. Making sure everything's good and going there. I need to upload my link to make sure everybody knows we are live. Which means I'm probably going to need my other phone. Almost ready to go. Happy Daytona Day to all. And to all a good night. Unplug. 80%. Good enough. Here we go. Turn the phone down. Share, copy link. Okay, I'm gonna get all the links shared up, and we were ready for when it goes green. I forgot this race was starting early today, so I was a little late to the to make the message. Paste. Showing replays of Byron here. Remember, I have no sound, so I don't know for sure what's going on TV. I just see the onboard cams. We're going to go over to Twitter quick, make a post there. Oops, no, not like that. That. Okay, got all the links sent. Now we should be ready to get in and focus on it. So the Blue Angels, man. I can tell you firsthand from my experience in Daytona, the Blue Angels are something just super, super special. Man, I'll never forget what it was like having them fly around. So they fired the engines. They're still on pit road. I don't know for sure if there's a reason for that. What the heck's going on? Okay, there we go. Oh, that's what they were doing. They were waiting. They had to take a minute. So it looks like they're going to have, I don't know what they call the car, Motorcade 1? Whatever his car is, Trump's car. Looks like he's going to lead him around the track. Am I understanding that right? Nothing else is moving. Ooh, sounds like Dodge is coming back. Ooh, we got a lot to talk about on that. All right, now the cars are finally rolling. Fastest car has not won at Daytona since 2000. It has been over 25 years. That's not good. That's not good, guys. It's just not. It makes it look kind of sus as a race. All right, cars are rolling off pit road. A lot of dark clouds in the sky, so we'll see about that. Hey, there's Gustavo. Welcome on in. Gonna pick Cindric. Hey, it's time to go all out on this race day. We got the Napa hat. We got the Napa shirt. Heck, I'm gonna move this car and probably put the Napa car up just for the hell of it. I was trying to see. I was wondering why it was taking them so long to get the cars rolling, but I think it was just they had to get everything situated with Motorcade 1. Yeah, glad to be on the stream. They're still getting ready to roll. There goes the Blue Angels. One more flyover, or at least one more. They just buzzed the grandstand there. I think they still got one more, though, because I believe it's on the last pace lap. They're going to come and split over the grandstand. It's one of the coolest things ever. Oh, my gosh. What? Okay, that's kind of funny. I just saw somebody posted on Twitter. Somebody in the grandstands with a couple buddies dressed as Trump, and then he had his two buddies dress as Secret Service. And the guy is... the guy is absolutely... He's got to be only like 25, 30 years old, so it's a young dude, but that looks like it would have been kind of fun. Run around the grandstands dressed up like a president with Secret Service. That's pretty funny. Let's see here. Trying to see if there's any late cars rolled up pit road. The motorcade leading the field. Yep. All looks good there. There's the buzz. Oh, man. All four of them just... Oh, I love it. Nothing else yet. I don't see much in there. So I don't see anything too crazy. It does look like the rain is on its way. We'll see if they can get it to halfway. That's the biggest thing is I wouldn't want it to rain out, but I really don't want to have to try and do the race tomorrow. I don't think that's good for the Daytona 500. I don't know how you fix it though, unless they could have started I guess an hour earlier, but unfortunately that's just part of it. Florida just always has rain. They can never have a week without no rain. So we're still into the pace lap, still waiting on it there. Whoever works on Fox video packages needs to be fired immediately, 100%. 100%. Dude, Fox as a whole, just clean house and start over. Like, literally, start over at the front, on the camera work, on the producer, hell, even on the booth. Just start it all over. Just go start it from scratch again. All right, so they've gotten around. I think that the Trump motorcade will be pulling off here. And then the cars will do their speed check the next lap around. Just double check and see. They're on the backstretch right now. Oh, it was the crash and the ESPN race, both of them. Like Fox is, like I said, Fox is a mess. Their NASCAR coverage is just messy. I don't know what it's going to take to get it cleaned up, but it needs a heck of a lot of work. I will say the CW broadcast yesterday was pretty dang sharp. I was pretty impressed. Now, I didn't have anything audio. I had no booth, so I have no idea how the booth did. But camera work, good. The ticker was fine. A couple times I wanted to see more. I thought there was times where they were using onboards that they shouldn't have. They should have just been able to, use a regular camera, because when you're on an onboard, you can't see. So those are the only times I was like actively wanting them to make a change. All right, Trump pulls to pit road, and NASCAR has hit it. Donald Trump speeding on pit road, pass-through penalty. No, I'm just kidding. He might be the first president ever to get a pass-through penalty if that was the case. That'd be kind of fun. Oh, dude, if I was ever president, I would totally do that. I'd be like, nah, speed down pit road. I want a penalty. I want to be the first president to get a pass-through speeding penalty. All right, so they're going through the starting grid. Hey, the cartoons are gone. They don't look too bad. I don't mind this. This starting grid looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. The booth can stay. I love Mike Joy. I would say if Mike Joy stays, they're gonna have to swap some people out because he doesn't feed this off of Harvick and Boyer the same. He fed off of Larry and DW very well, but as far as feeding the energy and redirect, like, just not quite the same. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a matter of, you know, we need to have a booth that's energized and professional, both at the same time. But don't get me wrong, the last thing I want to do is replace Mike Joy with Jamie Little. Oh man, she's just not a play-by-play person, and I don't know why Fox keeps trying to force it. It's just not gonna work. It's not the right fit. Yeah, that truck one was brutal. Brutal. There's a pair of champs at the back, Jimmy and Martin. So Helio Castroneves, the 41st car in the Daytona 500, very controversial. Not Helio himself, more the provisional that NASCAR added in is what people would say is the controversial part. But I wanted Helio in the 500, so he is in there. I don't mind that at all. I think it was just the idea that, you know, between Truex, Johnson, and Helio, the only one guaranteed to race was Helio, even though, you know, between Truex and Johnson, there's 8 championships and over 100 wins, and I don't know. Seems like you probably should give your provisionals, if you're going to do it, to your sport's most legendary drivers. Yeah, I don't mind having a limited number of spots in the 500, but again, it's one of those things like, I would rather there just not be any locked-in spots for the 500. I would rather see, you know, they lock in the top 20 in qualifying on the first chunk of the day. They can do another qualifying run to lock in another batch. Then they lock in the last bunch through the duels, and then they get one more shot to lock in a qualifying day after that of some kind. But, you know, that would be the only thing that I would, you know, that would be the only thing I would like. Just expand the field 41. Like AJ Foyt could run at age 90 and just get gifted a spot because he's AJ Foyt. I mean, yeah, but again, that's the same thing of like, if, you know, Truex literally raced all of last year, so him not being guaranteed a spot over Elio made no sense. He literally raced this race last year, and he raced the entire season. Johnson raced a bunch of races last year. Like, for a guy who's literally never made a lap, to have a guaranteed spot is the part that I think a lot of people are going to struggle with a little more. All right, they still got to check their speed. Any car on the grid, I'm looking forward to getting in the diecast. So the 9 car, obviously, I always get the Napa scheme. Actually, that was what I was going to do. I was going to move the Napa car up here. It's Napa Day. So we're going to move this car back down. Weird reflection of light off that. Looked weird. Looks really weird. Not sure why that does that. Anyway, how much for that 2014 Bud car, or 2004? I don't know. It's going to be on eBay for $9. But it's an auction, so you just got to keep an eye on it and win it. There we go. We're going to go Napa today. But, yeah, that'll be on the eBay page. So, good news is, if you're looking for that car, probably could snag it for less. Hey, Denny fan, welcome in. Sorry to see you're not at the 500, but hey, at least you're going to be Atlanta. That's a step. Yeah, that 2004 car ran at Charlotte. I really like that car. Let's see, what other cars are up there? I think all of them are the MLB cars. So the Budweiser MLB cars of 2001, 2, 3, 4, and then the Budweiser Duel, or the Budweiser Duel Win. The DirecTV and Salute to Service Clipboard cars are elite. These are, all the front ones are elite. That's a Brett Moffitt truck that's customized. Another custom Brett Moffitt, another custom Brett Moffitt. Hootie and the Blowfish, Michael Waltrip. Dual autograph, Clint Boyer and Kevin Harvick, signed with a Kevin Harvick Busch car. Moffitt, Liquid Color, Ross Chastain GoPro, Eric Jones, number 77. Pocono Win, Talladega Win, Elite. These are both Elites. And then this is the Elite Jack Daniels car. Galaxy, Liquid. So that's a sample of what's going to be on there. We've got I want to say a bunch of buy it nows on the eBay page, and then 35 auctions started about 5 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. Central tonight, and just kind of keep going. But there should be about 35 auctions going up tonight. So yeah, there will be a lot of them, and I'm not going to be stopping there. Like I said, I got to get rid of a lot of stuff so I can clean out my apartment. All right, here's a fun one. Rank Chase Elliott's Kelly Blue Book schemes. 2020 to 2021. I didn't mind his 2022 in liquid color specifically. But I'm not 100% sure. I thought his 2017 looked decent back in the 24 car. Even 2018 wasn't bad. I will say 2021 and 2020 were pretty decent. Those were a pretty good paint scheme. So I would put that at the top, but I would have to go one of either that one or 2017. 2016 would be right behind that, and then 2022 probably behind that, and then I think this year's is the same as that. So 22, 3, and 4 are all the same. Yeah, I think, so if I went on pure paint scheme, Byron's is one I love the paint scheme of. I'm just going to hope he might win in it once this year, and then I'll snag that instead. Same with Briscoe. I like Briscoe's paint scheme, but again, I kind of am one that likes to wait and see if we get a race win of it, and then I'll buy it then. That's what I did last year with Chastain. I wanted to get his Kubota car, and then luckily he won at Kansas in the Kubota car, so now it's like, well, easy, I'll just get that one. And so now I've got that car instead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pace car is coming off the track. Come on, get off, get off, get off, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out of the way. It's time. The 2025 season is coming to the green. Let's go. Let's go. Here they are, entering the restart zone, and now the 2025 season is green at Daytona. NASCAR's back. Soak it in. Soak it in. Briscoe leads them down to turn 1. 2x2. It's probably going to be a lot of this today, the 2x2 push drafting stuff. I mean, maybe someone drops high, but probably not for a while. 2025, here we roll. Welcome back. Welcome back. 2 Toyotas with a pretty big push down the backstretch. Looks like Bubba is going to try and get Briscoe out in front by enough to clear himself. But yeah, no third lane yet. Just kind of nice and easy. I mean, hey, 65 to go on the stage. No reason to get crazy, right? Take it easy. That being said, I still think this drafting package sucks. Is it the worst we've ever seen? No, but at the same time, I think this drafting package desperately needs improvement because I can't run the third lane competitively. And not just that, they're too glued to the track. They should not be slamming into each other to go faster. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of it. So if we can get without that, that'd be ideal. Early Gen 6 package wasn't great either. The Bubble Era, oh yeah, the Bubble Era, here's the thing. The Bubble Era racing wasn't as good. What I do like about the Bubble Era was they didn't have to wreck to make passes. That was the thing I did like about it. Was like, you had to put on some bigger blocks, but you didn't have to like ram the guy in front of you to go faster. It was literally just a momentum of your lane. So I didn't mind that part of it. I mean, it's hard to get back to Gen 4, but the best thing that you could do to get back to Gen 4 is make the cars harder to drive. I mean, as Daytona gets bumpier and harder to handle, yeah, you might have some races that you'll get slightly strung out, and that's okay, because that could be really fun. New tires making a car faster and able to drive through the field, like, you can put on good racing without it being in a pack. That's the part that NASCAR fans have to relax about. We don't need a pack. You just need to have a competitive race. All right, Bubba's going to jump to the top now. So head to turn 3 and 4. So that's going to leave Byron leading the bottom lane with Ty Dillon behind. That 10 car's been strong all day. I should have put a bet in on that. I didn't put that in, but yeah, I wouldn't look past Ty Dillon. Daytona may need a repave? Nah. As long as there's no holes, the bounciness, I'm good with it. Not supposed to be easy. Just to go back to the hated tandem drafting. I thought tandem drafting was fun. I don't know why it was so hated because every tandem race was like... Here's the thing about the tandem drafting. 10 drafting had less big ones. Like, and so literally people didn't like the fact that they weren't crashing them enough. But all the drivers, or a good chunk of the drivers, were running at the finish, and a good chunk of the like races were ending in last lap runs and passes, and like there was very few tandem races that were completely unexciting. I think some of that was just people are going to complain about stuff, but I didn't mind tandem. I thought it was okay. Is it my favorite style? No. I still think the overall pack stuff in 2004 was better, but I don't mind it. Yeah, it's 2010. Just no moves you can make. Just gotta hope the guy doesn't spin you. That's kind of what we have now. It's like, you know, when you're just push drafting, it's like just pray you don't get spun. Oh, now you done it, Tim, because now Briscoe's literally losing the lead for the first time all race. Briscoe's led every lap until Tim shows up, says go Briscoe, and now he's not the leader. What'd you do that for? What did you do that for? Now Byron moved up in front. Now he's definitely not going to lead. What? He only has another 195 laps to get that spot back. He's never going to get there. Yeah, it was nice for stopping in. Yeah, we'll make sure you don't accidentally ruin his race. No, he looks good. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if there's anybody riding at the back. So a lot of guys are kind of taking their time. There is a third lane forming. I think it's behind Michael McDowell. So there is a third lane that's trying to move. Can't quite tell how well it's doing yet. Oh, yeah, there's enough people jumping up there. Now it's Nemechek, and now LaJoy jumps up. Logano jumps up. Oh, yeah, top lane's coming in. There's enough people up there now. We'll see if it is able to climb all the way to the front. That's another question, is if they can actually get close enough to get all the way to the front. But they are getting some momentum going. Now they're led by Logano. Now here goes Cindric. Oh, yeah, top lane is coming. Penske duo coming from the top. They are up to the third car back. Briscoe's going to hang in the second lane. He's going to stay there. Even though I mean, he's got Toyota help behind him, but I would want that top lane. Penske Fords are pushing pretty good. Third lane's almost to the front. What kind of shot is this? Still shot going into 3. Well, we want to see the battle up front. We're not really interested in a still shot. What are we doing? NASCAR should drop the horsepower to 450, but remove the diffuser. Honestly, I think the biggest problem with these cars is that they need less tire contact to make them handle like, you want them to almost handle like crap. You want them to be tough to drive. And so if we could get it tough to drive, I don't know that the horsepower is necessarily the problem. It's a difference between It's like downforce to horsepower to drag are the 3 numbers we want to watch. So between those 3 numbers, those are what we really want to mess with to try and get it to work. Because right now they are all just glued to the track. So it's like if you can get them up on top, kind of moving around, not easy to handle, that's what you want. Because then as the handling falls off, the better cars can really make way through the draft. Getting tires can make you faster. Like there's a ton of different things you can do. Are we not doing full screen? What do you mean full screen? Oh. Sorry, I have a different feed, so I don't even know that there's a commercial. Yeah, I have a different feed, so I don't have a commercial. International feed is good. Alibaba. I gotta be like one of them Middle Eastern people. That's how you get the good. That's how you get the good NASCAR coverage. Uh-oh, we got a caution. Oh, let's see where. Coming out of 4, we got a. Oh no, there's no crash. What is there a caution for? No crash. Let me check Twitter here. Oh, we're already dealing with rain. That's not good. Oh, snap. Let's see if that's what it is. Yep, so rain on the track. I guess it's a lucky break for Hocevar, who's having fuel pressure issues, so he'll have a chance to get in there and get some work on it. But unfortunately, the rain is probably going to be a little bit of an interruption here. Let's see what the weather radar looks like down there in Daytona. Yeah, I don't see anything there, so I'm going to have to go to the actual weather radar for Daytona. What is this here? Trying to find weather radar here, see if it's going to go quick. I do see windshield wipers on, so that's never ideal. And William Byron is your Daytona 500 winner. The race is called. I'm just kidding. That would actually be awful. Can you imagine if they pulled an F1 and it was like, nope, race is official? No. All right, let's look at Daytona, Florida weather. Nope, we need weather radar. All right, let's see what the radar looks like. Hey, AJ's back. AJ's back. Back again. Oh, no. This looks like it's going to be a long rain delay. Well, there goes my Sunday. Not a bad day to be doing it, though. Oh, snap. It's going to be heavy rain starting in a minute, according to the radar. Looks like we are in for a very long delay here. Probably 3 to 5 hours of rain, and it's all heavy coming through. So, yes, the downside is we're going to be delayed for a long, long time. The good news is we will be back tonight by the looks of it, because it is supposed to taper off and be completely out of the area by about 7 p.m. The problem is if they're going to be able to get the track dry by then. I guess we'll see. I mean, 7 p.m. is still a lot of time. They could get this thing fired up by 7 p.m., which is 6 p.m. here, 7 p.m. there, and you'd be done by 10 or 11. So it would be a late night, but there's a good chance we're looking at another late night. Man, can they catch any Daytona 500s that don't have to deal with rain? 2023 was the last one, and that was mid. But man, can we just not have rain constantly for once? Ugh, I don't know what the deal is. We can't seem to get it. Yeah, I hope they don't call it early. That would be really bad. Yeah, I think just looking at the radar is what I'm looking at, and that's where I think we're gonna be. I'm gonna throw the red. Oh, I already had red. I forgot to change my stuff to green, so everything's still glowing red. So we're under red flag, but yeah, so it's gonna be a bit here. I wonder if they could build a tarp-like thing so that right when the weather stops, they can just unroll the tarp, just like baseball, and be like, dry, and then move on. Probably ain't worth the investment, though. Yeah, Florida weather is not helpful. Not helpful at all. So, let's see here. Well, I guess if we can't do that, you know what the next best thing we can do is we can mess around with my eBay listings. That'll be fun-ish. Fun-ish. All right, which ones did I need to do? I needed to resume this draft. Upload from computer. Da-da-doon, doon, doon, da-doon, doon, doon, da-doon. Well, I guess what we can do now then is we could, wait, no, get that out of here. We could go through and I could pop out the old GoPro and we could start looking at some random cars. I got tons of cars I can go through. I just have to go grab them, but I guess we could do that and keep ourselves busy for this extended rain delay. Because yeah, they're parking in pit stalls. They have no anticipation of this going back green anytime soon. I'm surprised they haven't decided to cover them yet though, because they know the rain's coming, and it's going to be pretty heavy. So I don't know that there's really any point in maybe leaving them out there. Like, go ahead and just cover them up, get them all out of the car, and accept our fate and move on to the next one when the track is dry. Yeah, you can see the palm trees blowing all over the place. Now, the good news is if the wind stays up, it'll blow that storm right out of there. Like, it'll be gone pretty quick, but it's just a matter of how fast they can realistically get that to move out. All right. For those wondering, I'm currently adding some photos to a listing. Time for this to continue is 6 hours. Yeah, look how dark it's getting. I think they gotta clear. They should be clearing the grandstands just because it's gonna get hefty. Yeah, AJ, I live in Kansas City now, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a tough Super Bowl. I'm a Vikings and Jets fan, so you know. What? Have you seen Clyde? What are you talking about? Your alter ego? Do we need your alter ego to show up? Oh, show the Moffat portrait in the frame. I can do that. I can reach it. Kind of. I thought I could get my hand in there. Put a little bit that way. Yeah, look at that. Ta-da! I can reach it. Just for Denny fan, that was a gift. It was actually a gift like a couple years ago. Maybe a year ago at some point. But I took forever to get it framed. So now I have it framed, I just don't have it hung yet. And so it hides safely behind the computer. Where Marco, who likes to climb on stuff, can't knock it over. Because it has to be protected. I was going to say, the alter ego of Tim. Tim Clyde. Clyde Tim. Yeah, AJ, I don't think it's going to get any better either because the linemen that you're going to lose are your good ones, and the ones that are under contract are your bad ones. Yeah, could be tough. Yeah, waiting on the rain to go away. They haven't covered the cars yet, so I think they're just kind of waiting. But, I mean, I get it. They don't want to race into it if it's going to keep drizzling, but at the same time, if they know there's no shot, they can let them up if they want. How delayed is my stream? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy smokes. Sorry, how delayed am I? Did my stream just mess up? Oh, it did. That's my problem. Somehow my thing was not live. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds. Okay, I got about a 5-second delay. That's better. I was going to say, at first I'm like, I put that photo back like 5 minutes ago. Why am I still seeing that? And somehow it got offed. So it was off in a weird spot. Okay, there we go. Just keep them racing on turn 3 and 4. They'll figure it out. Yeah, we tried that once. They didn't figure it out. They all wadded up. Florida weather's always great till NASCAR comes to town. NASCAR can end any drought. Iowa was in a drought last year until they showed up. Now, luckily it didn't affect the race, but it did affect everything else. Yeah, it's pretty dark. I mean, honestly, it's not terrible, but I just don't see any way they're going to dodge this cell. This cell is pretty much going to just run right over them. Anyway, what was I saying before? Oh, yeah. I might get the GoPro out, and I can start pulling some cars up. I don't need my RC car falling down. But I could start pulling some cars out and doing some close-ups because we're going to be here a while. It's going to be a minute. Maybe it'll sleet in July. Probably. I wouldn't be shocked one bit. Yep, unbuckling. Here they come. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Showing the Daytona car from last year. Wow, what a boring car that was. Just white with a few flames. I still cannot figure out if Byron's good or not. He's like above average, but not in the good or like the great category. He's like good, not great. Maybe that's where I need to put him. It's very hard to figure out where he should be. See, I need to go here. Down, 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 down. All right, get those done. All right, so now the car covers are on and the drivers are coming out. So, yeah. Probably not going to be going green for a while. So it's going to be a lengthy delay. I'm going to put a poll in here. I can either try to come back early and we can stream then. I don't know that I can stay live for 6 hours. I don't think I have that kind of content on my desk. I don't know if I have that many. But yeah, that would be the only thing. Yeah, they've been great plate racers. I think, whoa, what is that? Get that out of there. They've been good plate racers. I think it's an upset because they literally haven't hardly won anywhere else. Stenhouse has 4 career wins, 2 at Daytona, 2 at Talladega. Obviously, McDowell has 2 career wins, 1 at Indy and 1 at Daytona. And then Cindric has 2 career wins. You know, so if you look at like the total amount of career wins when they got it, like Indy 500, very few guys win their first Indy 500. It happens, but it's not common. But in Daytona, you're seeing a lot of like, well, shoot, let me just spin the thing around here. 3rd career win, 1st career win, 1st career win. Turn it one more time. Denny Hamlin's established. 2nd career win. So I think that's part of it, is we're seeing a lot more of that. And I guess, honestly, Daytona's not as bad. Like, Byron's a little more established, but I think the biggest piece of it is maybe not necessarily Daytona 500, but other Daytona races. I mean, if you look, Harrison Burton hasn't literally run like... He was like the worst full-time points guy last year, won at Daytona. So does that mean Daytona is rewarding the best drivers? No, not even close. And so I think that's a big issue, actually. There's a real problem that NASCAR is going to have to figure out, where your biggest race is a crapshoot, and that's not good, because the Super Bowl is not a crapshoot. It's prestigious because it's the best drivers win it. And so when the best drivers aren't winning your biggest races, are they really your biggest races? Like, realistically, can they be your biggest races if it's that? So, yeah, that's where I think it's tougher. Did show he can plate race. Oh, again, I 100% agree. Plate racing, though, is so foreign to all the other types of racing. That's where the issue is. Is that, like I said, a guy at 35th in points wins a race there. Is like, wait a minute, what? The guy literally hasn't sniffed the top 5 almost all year. So, you know, that's more what it has to do with. Again, I don't know for sure how you fix it, but if you look, let's just turn to this era right here. So in this era, top-notch plate racer, champion, champion, champion. You know, we've got a top-notch plate racer here too. Like, we have some established winners on these types of tracks. Then we go to this era. We've got literally champion, one of the better plate racers of that era. This, I will come back to this, but we're going to skip that one. Champion, champion, and then Dale Jr. was incredible at Daytona. Like, then you flip again. Champion, closest you can get without a champion, 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 and then Austin Dillon with the one wreck. So it was a lot less common to have fluke winners. Now this is the one I want to point at that car specifically, the 21 car. People always call it a fluke win. That was not a fluke win. I remember watching all of Speed Weeks, and everyone was saying that 21 car is incredible. Like, that car was so fast that's why I don't want to call that one an upset. Because, yes, it was Trevor Bayne's first career start, win, whatever. Like, he never really raced. But that's not what that is encompassed by. That race was encompassed by, that 21 car was an absolute rocket ship. And anyone he pushed went to the front. Anyone that pushed him went to the front. His car was so good. I'm not saying Trevor Bayne was bad. I'm not trying to belittle Trevor Bayne. But that 21 car was so incredibly fast that is why I don't like that being called an upset. Because if you look at it, he was the fastest car. The fastest car won the race. Even though the driver was inexperienced, it was the fastest car. So that one I'm not going to call. I'm not going to call that. We could call the 2009 a fluke because it's rain. I mean, it is what it is. But Kenseth has shown he could have won 2015 or 2016. I think he was close to 2015. So like Kenseth was up there. Like he was going to win a Daytona 500 one way or another. He just ended up getting it in 2009 under rain. So yeah, we can say that one is fluky, but Kenseth was not a fluky winner. Yeah, Biffle dragging the brakes on the last lap. I mean, hey, you got to be leading on the last lap to even have a shot. And so if that's how we want it, I'm still going to go ahead and just say, you know what, that'll work. I can live with that. Why is my stream keeps cutting out and going and getting delayed? I'm not sure why. So yeah, we are under rain. I hope Busch or Elliott win, or Keselowski. I'm good with all three of them. I was really hoping Busch won the year I was down there. When he made that pass on Keselowski with like 3 to go, and a whole grandstand got up, I still just wish that was the outcome. I would have cherished that finish way more than whatever the crap Stenhouse won under. I mean, it literally, the race could have ended under caution. I would have been okay with it. Because the moment of the race would have been a couple laps earlier than maybe the checkered flag, but I could have lived with it. It would have been like, oh, shoot, the race is over early. You know what? That's okay. Because at least the move for the race win was generic, not just, oh yeah, we're going to re-rack them and fire off, spin another half dozen cars out, re-rack them, stack them up, another half dozen spin out. Oh look, a guy that was running 13th on the white flag or with 2 to go is now the winner. It's like, really? Like, really? Are we sure we want that? Crazy to think, the junior could have won like 9 of them. Oh yeah, 2001, 2003, 2010, 2012, 2013, 2016, no, not 2016. No, yeah, it was his last shot of it really was 2015, I think. Where he got up to 3rd. But yeah, he was good. He wasn't any good in 2011. I think he got wrecked in that one. But yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, Stenhouse won the year we were down there. What? You were trying to open your door? What are you referring to? You are confusing, AJ. You are confusing. Alrighty. Well, yeah, this is going to be a lengthy delay. So, oh, you deleted someone's message. Oh, yeah. I see that now. Okay, gotcha. If Junior had even half the luck Keselowski or Hamlin had, he'd won more plate races. Oh, for sure. Junior definitely had... Well, to be fair, there were some races where he probably had a full-blown illegal car. But NASCAR's like, most popular driver, we'll let some of that go. I mean, it's pretty much been confirmed now that 2001 Daytona, that thing was cheated up pretty good. And NASCAR kind of just went, And you know what? I'm still okay with it. It's one of those things like, oh, they cheated? I don't really care. Still fun. Like, still had a great time. So, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, the Stenhouse one was, like I said, it's just unmemorable. Like, I mean, my memory was the Keselowski Busher Dillon Bush train down the backstretch. That was, I mean, 10, 15 laps of anticipation followed by the move for the win. And then, like I said, everyone ended up wrecked. And so then it's like, oh, and this guy wins instead. It's like, okay, but I guess I'm not going to be happy about it. So yeah, that's the way I have it. Oh, for sure. The 2001 chassis, I think, was a great chassis. No doubt about it. But I think it's almost even been confirmed on his podcast that, like, there's a good chance that motor was not quite legal. And if you look at how that car made his way through the field from 6th to 1st, some of those moves are good. Some of the moves, it's like he literally passes 2 cars in a tandem draft and just blows around the outside of both of them with no help. And that's where you're like, he may have had a little bit of motor. He may have had a little extra motor in there. The fact is, I don't think it would have stopped him. I think he was good enough that night. Even if he hadn't had that extra little bit of motor, he would have got back to the front. He was plenty fast. Most memorable parts of that 500 was flyover. I agree. The flyover and then, yeah, meeting up before the race. I had never experienced that kind of flyover. So the flyover is one that sticks in my mind. And then even just the pace laps. Like, the pace laps of that are unlike any other pace laps. Like, every other thing that you're doing when you're watching or getting ready for a race is like, okay, they're getting out, they're going to do this check, then they're going to come around and take the green flag. The Daytona 500 pace laps are a whole nother thing. Like, you're sitting there soaking up this slow-paced field in front. Like, and they have the Blue Angels going around, so that's probably part of it. But the pace laps for the Daytona 500 are a whole nother level of special. I have an idea. Watch this. Let me go to my stream software. I'm going to pull up some videos. How do you like that? So we're going to close this. And we'll just move me over. Oh, wait, what is that? I'm not moving over. Why am I not moving over? Oh, I need to just mute that monitor. Got it. There we go. Okay, so now you can see my window back there. But what I'm going to do... Actually, I need to take this... not that monitor. Need the other monitor. I'll move this monitor. Oh my gosh, it's way too big. Is that big enough? That's close. Okay. Here we go. What about there? Okay. Now I'm going to turn it off. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start finding videos from racetracks. We'll just go through some of them. That'll be fun. Yoink. Let's get back over here to YouTube. So I'm going to go find... I'm going to go find some clips. I have an entire folder of stuff I can go through here. Let's go to racetrack. Oh yeah, I got all sorts of photos and videos. Let's see. I haven't really done any organization to that one. Done anything with that. Here we go. 2023 Daytona. All right, I'm gonna find one of these here. Let's see here. Trying to make sure I find the right video. Yeah, that's just a short one. Trying to find a longer clip. 1 minute and 3 seconds, 6 seconds. This might be it. Okay, so that's the start of the duels. So I'm going to go full screen over here. Back to the streaming software. Aha! Now the question is it going to make noise if I play it? I mean, kind of. It's going to... I'll mute the video. Well, can I? I could probably do it with this desktop audio one right here. Properties. We're going to go with... Tray. Okay, let's try that. Okay, now let's go back. Let me flip the monitor on quick. Here we go. So here's a video of mine. I don't think the sound came through. This was the start to duel number 1 or duel number 2. So if you ever want to know what it looks like from the stands, that's what it looks like. I think I did about the whole first lap. Ugh, that camera really sucked. I have a much nicer camera now. So yeah, I think that was a flyer lap. Alright, we'll turn that back off, and then I gotta flip my other software back on. Oh my gosh, 2023 was 2 years ago already. Oh, I can't believe that. That was 2 years ago I did that. I went to that race. Okay, so that's that one. Let's see if I find another clip. That was the duels. Let's go, let's see, what race is this? That's qualifying. Gonna mute this for a second so I can see exactly what race this was. This was trucks. Okay, yeah, I can use this one. This is a good clip. Full screen. Unmute. Here we go. So these are some I haven't probably even shown a lot of clips from, but this was the truck race. Oh, I gotta hit play down here.
We're at Daytona International Speedway on the lights. Chevrolet Silverado race truck about to make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road.
It is hard to see at Daytona, I will say that. That is the one thing about it, is it's tough to see.
Sanchez down low, you got Christian Eckes up high, and equal grinding out among the two. Shove up top, who compel Majeski to the lead. Majeski to the point that it's going to be Eckes getting in the line in the second spot, or now he goes side by side with Nick Sanchez for the corner.
Okay, so that's that clip. Wonk. Wonk. What do I do here? Minimize. Go that way. There we go. Yeah, you got to set it a little bit higher. It's tough in the truck race because you kind of get a limited seat selection, but I did end up picking an okay spot, I think, for that one. Let's see here. I can go to some non-Daytona clips too. Although, let me find the flyover ones. I will grab those. Those are super, super cool. Yep, there we go. That's perfect. 30 seconds right at the end of the national anthem. We'll turn that up. We go back to the streaming software. So for those who don't know, I didn't get a solid recording on this, unfortunately. So this was like fragmented, like clip after clip of the Blue Angels. If I ever go back, I'm going to record it straight through. Oops. Play. This is where it gets good. So this is all, not even pace laps have started yet. They just run the Blue Angels around. And like I said, I recorded a couple of flies and I missed a couple others. But you'll notice there's 2 of them missing. And then you'll notice I probably catch this one a little late, but the second, where the other 2 jets went is they buzz the grandstand, like when you're not able to see it. Oh, that's a short clip. All right, let's go to this one. There's the heart. That was the air protection one. And then this is the last one or second to last one? This is right before pace laps, I want to say. Yeah, pulling that turn in formation is awesome. And then the very last one, I believe, is this under pace laps. This is as they're going down the backstretch, coming to the green this time by. They bring all 6 of them across the backstretch, and they do this formation where they split. And then the clouds went away, and it was a bright, sunny Daytona 500. I think. Yep, this is coming to the green. Look at them 2013 cars. The white and purple Ally car. Noah's Wendy's car. There's a whole bunch of them. I will say the weather doesn't look terrible in Daytona right now. Why does this one look so much clearer? I bet if it's the light. I had more light when I was recording this one. And I didn't zoom in as far. They would run side by side like that for literally like the first 12 laps. I remember thinking it was insane to me how they were like stuck in that grid. Let's see, let me go back over here. We'll hide that monitor until I find my next clip. There we go back that way. The burst. Ah, I love them. Yes, that's the formation I enjoy, is the burst. And then, let's see here. So, I'm just to see if I got... That's one of the post-race ones. That's the fireworks. That's them towing Kyle off. That was... Here we go. I got one. That's just a photo of Chase's car. It came to a halt in front of me. Let's see. Oh, that's right. That was a big crash. I thought Kyle Busch got taken out in that one. And is this the finish? And then Denny limping it across the line. Yeah, all sorts of wildness. Okay, so let me see what else I could do. Let me go back. I could grab some other videos that go way back. How many videos do I have from this? I don't think I have all that many. No, not really. I don't know where those went. I thought I had more than that. Oh, shoot. I just deleted it. Or turned my page off. Back to the 2 terabyte drive. Let's see. What else we got in here? Yes, I was just going to say, I did find that Denny one. It was Denny crawling across the line. What are these? These are snowmobile photos and videos. Oh yeah, we got all sorts of them. Pictures of me getting stuck. Alright, let's go back again. See if I got any more photos and videos down here. Wait, where is that racetrack one at? Oh, that's in the new... That's in my new folder. Okay. So that's where that one's at. There we go. I did find another one. I've got the Xfinity finish at Bristol. I have that one. Ah, heck with it. I can't deny it. Closest Xfinity race ever. Yep, that's it right there. Pause. Full screen. I'm going to show you this one. Alright, next one's coming up. This is the 2021 Xfinity race at Bristol from the stands. I did actually put this in my video when I reviewed the car, and I think I made another video. And then I put my phone in my pocket. I didn't realize I had done that, and I literally just threw my phone in my pocket and kept recording. Which is awesome, because otherwise I wouldn't have had the audio part that came with it. So I did have that. At least I had that. Let's see here. Yeah, Daytona radar looks like it's going to be about 5 or 6 hours before we go back to green, so it's going to be a bit. The only other one I think I'll pull up here while I'm working on it is I'm going to find the 2024 Kansas race. That's 2024 Kansas in the fall. That's Iowa. That looks like Iowa. That looks like Kansas. Yep, that's it right there. Alright, let me get back in here. So yeah, the rain should be gone in an hour. I think if it goes by in an hour, then we're going to be back green a little earlier than I thought, which would be awesome. Alright, let me get that right monitor back up. This is the finish of the 2024 Kansas race, the closest race in NASCAR history. I've gotten to see a lot of great races. I have been very blessed at that. I didn't even realize somebody wiped out across the grass in there. All right. Whoops. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Who's going airborne tonight? Oh gosh, who knows? Do I have any other flyover videos? I don't think I do. I was trying to remember. I thought I did, but the only other one I have is from the Indy 500. I do have that one. But you don't really get to see much down there. Let's see, where's that one? Is that this one? Yep, there we go. So I do have this one. This is the Indy 500 flyover. Right monitor. Which I am getting ready to make the video on that one. And for those who don't know this song, you should, because this is just a super awesome part of the 500. So yes, if you've never gone, absolutely put the Indy 500 on the list of places you must go. It is incredible. You can get a general admission ticket, go almost everywhere around the track, and it only costs around 25 to 30 bucks. It's awesome. So absolutely no excuse. Make it out there sometime. It is well worth the trip. It is, even as a NASCAR fan, it is bigger than the Daytona 500. It is its own very awesome animal, and I have to say I would love to go back. I'll see if I can find a way to get back there. It's not as expensive. It's more the timing of it is tough. But the Indy 500 is really, really cool. All right, so let's go back to the stream here, and then I think we're going to be probably going... Let me think here. First two things on my bucket list are Super Bowl and then World Series. Well, then why? Actually, here's the thing that's crazy about that bucket list. I don't blame you. I sort of blame you. Because the Super Bowl, I've heard, is actually not that great because you end up with nothing but a bunch of, like, hoity-toity rich people, and they don't want to cheer and, like, have fun. And so I would actually argue the most beneficial game to go to would be a AFC or NFC championship game hosted at the home stadium of your team. That I would recommend doing because I think the Super Bowl, bang for buck, you're just getting way less value compared to what you would do going to a championship game. Baseball and football. So baseball, the World Series, I could definitely see, yeah, that would be pretty cool. But the one thing you got to remember, too, though, is the tickets aren't as much. So if you get tickets to, like, the Indy 500, like I said, 25 bucks. Really affordable. You can take a family of 6 there. You know, you can take a group. World Series, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Yeah, the Indy 500 is pretty affordable. For those who have never seen sprint cars, if you ever watch them a few times and you find out you like them, highly recommend the Knoxville Nationals. That's another one of those just marquee events that is so cool to see. Obviously, Indy 500, Daytona 500. I will say I want to go to the Coke 600 and see if it holds up the same water. I don't think it does as the Indy 500, but it's still Coke 600. Got to go once, right? Phoenix was surprisingly kind of cool. I will say the whole championship race thing could just disappear and Phoenix would still be cool. That's the best part about Phoenix is without the championship race, Phoenix, especially in the fall, if it was just the finale of a regular season title, would be pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice track. It's pretty neat. So, yeah, I think Phoenix gets a little bit of a bad rap because they're hosting like this championship race. But if you took the championship out of it and just had them host the event as a fan in the stands, it's pretty fun. It's not a bad track at all. Parking's a bit of a problem. There's a couple things that just absolutely drive me up a wall. But Phoenix, for the most part, is a pretty good track. It's a pretty good put-together speedway. What is my opinion on NASCAR getting rid of the rookie stripes? Unneeded. I mean, why? Why'd we get rid of the rookie stripes? It's like, well, they don't serve a purpose. Okay, they were a tradition. Why are we getting rid of all the traditions? We don't need to get rid of the traditions. That's dumb. You know, there was a whole tradition about coming to Daytona with rookie stripes on your car and then peeling them off after qualifying or something. Like, you would literally take the rookie stripes off and frame them at Daytona. Like, there was like a ceremony to it almost. And I don't know, it just seems like they've kind of just gotten away from a lot of their hardened traditions, and I don't know that there's really a lot of value to why. Going to Atlanta next week and maybe Talladega in 2026. Well, I will say I really want to get to Talladega. I don't know when I'll do it, but I definitely want to get there at some point. I have to camp, though. I've been told that if you're not going to camp, you're not going to live it up the right way. So you got to do it once. And Atlanta's absolutely one I'd like to see. Probably next year would be a good time to try it. I might do Vegas this spring. We'll see. I'm going to price out some tickets and flights and stuff. Because the fall race, all my races are in the fall. So if I can get one spring race before May, I kind of want to do that. But I'll see what the tickets and stuff are. All right, guys. Well, anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself a break so that way I'm energetic and excited for the race when it comes back on. So the stream will kick back up as soon as we basically get word that the cars are hitting the track. I'll just come back and boot it back up. I'll put out another notification on Twitter and also on YouTube. So other than that, guys, I do appreciate you coming in and hanging out for the first 11 laps. That was something. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll stay tuned to the socials and to YouTube. I'll pop this thing back up as soon as they're ready to go green. And we'll get back to watching the Daytona 500, but I gotta get a whole bunch of water before I get my dues down. But I'm gonna put a couple in the freezer right now to get them chilled. So we will see you in probably an hour or so as soon as they get back. I shouldn't say an hour or so. I don't know when. As soon as we get word of the green flag, come on back. We'll get streaming then. But other than that, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you here in a little bit.